Hello North Country and welcome to Plattsburgh High School Barker Memorial Gymnasium for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference Varsity Volleyball. Our contest between Plattsburgh High School and Northern Adirondack Central. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Andy Sager. Happy to be here for a great matchup. Traditionally, one of the bigger matchups in the CVAC, longtime rivals, Northern Adirondack and Plattsburgh High School. Plattsburgh High School, coached by Vicki McMillan, her 22nd year at the helm of the varsity Plattsburgh High School volleyball team. And coaching for Northern Adirondack, Larry Barcombe, his 22nd year. Both teams, a great winning tradition in volleyball. Plattsburgh High School with at least 12 Section 7 championships under Coach McMillan, and Larry Barcombe reports 17 Section 7 championships in his 22 years. So very experienced coaches. We look forward to a great matchup. As I mentioned, both teams at 2-0 early in the 1999-2000 volleyball season.
That it's within regulation. The whips have to be properly aligned.
And the other official, Andy?
The other official tonight will be Patty Bedard. I believe Skip will be up in the crow's nest, and Patty will be on the floor. They're just getting ready now for the introductions. Coaching tonight with Vicki McMillan as the head coach of Plattsburgh, and are they just about ready? Larry Barcombe is the coach of Northern Adirondack Bobcats. He's a coach that plays volleyball. Used to play quite a bit on Sundays at Saranac. So he's a man who truly loves the game as well as coaches very well. His teams are known for being very, very well coached and disciplined on defense.
We remind you that interscholastic events are essentials of the classroom. Lessons are best learned when proper respect is given to everyone. Please let your good sportsmanship show through the game. Tonight, Plattsburgh is hosting the Bobcats from Northern Adirondack. Plattsburgh's next game will be against Peru Indians on January 4th. Tonight's lineup will be for the Bobcats. Number 5, Rachel Mumm.
Rachel Mumm, number 5.
Number 6, Carly Drown.
Number 6, Carly Drown.
Number 8, Jen Guerin.
Number 8 will be Jen Guerin.
Number 9, Corinne Trombley.
Number 9, Corinne Trombley.
Number 11, Heather Gorman.
Number 11, Heather Gorman.
Number 14, Jody Schutz.
Number 14, Jody Schutz.
The starting lineup for the Bobcats is number
This is the starting lineup. Number 12, Kristen Ross.
Number 2, Tiffany Rock.
Number 2, Tiffany Rock.
Number 3, Shannon Curry.
Number 3, Shannon Curry.
Number 7, Joanna Martin.
Number 7, Johanna Martin.
Number 12, Kristen Ross.
Number 12, Kristen Ross. I said that. I missed Misty Poirier. Number 1, Misty Poirier. And number 15, Christy Bushy. And again, announcing Larry Barcombe as the coach.
Number 3, Kelly Lawler.
Number 3, Kelly Lawler.
Number 4, Jamie Keeble.
Number 4, Jamie Keeble.
Number 6, Kat Rises.
Number 6, Kat Rises.
Number 7, Kate Levitt.
Number 7, Kate Levitt, another 11th grader.
Although she's wearing number 8 today. There's 7.
Switch their
Number
suits.
16,
Amanda Haley.
And number 14,
Casey Marsteller, number 16. And G. Bucci, number 14.
Number 15, Majo Cadillac.
These are the starters. Number 15, Majo Cadillac.
Number 2, Zoe Sager.
Number 2, Zoe Sager.
Number 13, and captain, Libby Hyatt.
Number 13, Captain Libby Hyatt.
Number 12, captain, Nikki Coleman.
Number 12, Captain Nikki Tollner.
Number 10, captain, Jenny Manning.
And the third captain, number 10, Jenny Manabek.
And number 11, Allison Dowell.
Number 11, Allison Dowell. Allison should be number 9.
And she is.
Number
Boy,
9.
they have to jump to reach her.
Hey, Allison's the one of the tallest players in the league as far as I can tell. Fairly new to volleyball. They recruited her, I believe last year was her first year of actual play. Has stepped up to it, has gone to a couple of camps.
For those who are novices at volleyball, Andy, tell us what the format will be, how many games we'll have, and
Okay, they'll be playing a best of 5 series. First team to get to 3 wins will win the match. NAC will be starting on our right with the serve, I believe. Plattsburgh will be receiving on the left. This is a big game for both teams, the perennial rivals. Again, Plattsburgh is streaky. They will show up one day and not show up the next in sense of play. Larry Barkham's Bobcats are always there on defense, very well disciplined, and so it should be an exciting match. Fortunately, it's the 3rd game of the year, so they've hopefully got their first game jitters out. Again, Skip Bassett up in the crow's nest, and Patty Bedard is on the floor, and before they start, they always check to make sure the alignments are correct and the players are in their proper position. If they move out of position prior to the serve, they can be called for a foul and side out. Ball will go over to the other side. Number 1, Misty Poirier, will be serving.
Go, side out.
Service, Majo to Nikki Tollner, over. Number 3, hit by Shannon Curry. Majo, touch over. Number 2, Tiffany Rock. Zoe Sager set. Majo, another hit, and a soft hit. Point awarded to the Bobcats. Then Misty will serve again. It's an ace. And a serve is not handled by the opposing team. It's called an ace. Pump set. Jenny Manabet, service. Libby has it. Pump set. Libby Hyatt, good hit. Side out. Shannon Curry not quite able to bail him out of that poor bump. Libby Hyatt will be serving for Plattsburgh.
And you need the serve in order to score.
Right. Points awarded only on the service side. Christy Bushy set. Zoe Sager bump. Jenny over to Majo. Majo hit. Good return by 7. Joanna Martin bumped up. Allison Dowell with this hit. And the kill. Point awarded to Plattsburgh. Libby gets service again. Generally, they have 2 setters on the floor at all times, and their job is to get the second hit to set it up for a hitter. In. Ooh. Call that one out. The thin orange line is the court boundary, not the fat orange one. The thin orange line is the court boundary. Up by Libby. Jenny over. Touch. Out. Discussion on going under the net. She can go under the net after contact, and she pulls. Up by Nikki. Set. 12. Kristen Ross. Good block by Jenny Manabek, who also gets the serve. Kristen Ross to a hit by number 2, Tiffany Rock. Side out, the ball goes over to the Bobcats, who lead 3-1 at this time in the first game of the match. Tiffany Rock gets the serve. Majo bumps, Zoe Sager sets, Allison Dowdle pumps over. A little miscommunication. Allison Dowdle not quite able to handle the bump. Tiffany Rock again serves. Nikki Tolner bumps up. Zoe sets. Allison hits and down. A kill. Side out. Ball goes to Plattsburgh with the Bobcats leading 4-1. Majo Caballé. Service. Nice smooth serve. Nice fake tip. Nikki Tolner jumped a little too soon. Shannon Curry is up to service for the Bobcats. Majokovic bump. Bump not quite high enough. Timeout, Plattsburgh. Okay, a little miscommunication going on the Plattsburgh side. They seem to be a little tentative at this point. Not quite moving so well. And you can see where Larry's team has always been there. Nothing really drops with his team at this point.
You're watching varsity volleyball from Plattsburgh High School, Northern Adirondack against Plattsburgh High School. I'm Foxy Gagnon, along with Andy Sager, the science major, on North Country Cable Network.
All right. Shannon Curry has the serve. NAC leading 5-1, first game. Jenny pops. Gets it over. Allison bumps it over. Free ball. 12. Kristen Ross, and a hit by Johanna Martin.
Northern Adirondack with a quick start today.
Very good. They're showing that they're here to play, giving Plattsburgh a tough time. Another ball, good, well hit, just slightly out, just out by a bit. Again, Shannon Curry for NAC, serving 7-1 now. Net ball, side out. Hey, they're subbing Casey Marsteller for Allison Dowdle. Good serve. Drops it right in there. Plattsburgh goes up. That's an ace for Plattsburgh. 2-7.
Now, would the coach do that because maybe Marsteller is a better server than Dowdle, more
Exactly.
experienced?
Allison is a frontline player with her height, and so what they try and do is since she's going to be in the back row, they might as well put somebody who has a strong serve in. Point awarded, number 12 from NAC, Kristen Ross, went into the net. Casey has a very good, strong, consistent serve. Nice. Good, hard back, deep. Number 1, Misty Poirier has the kill. Puts it right in there, and nobody from Plattsburgh can handle it. 7-3, NAC ahead. First game of the set. Marsteller stays in for Dowdle. Kristen Ross is serving for NAC. There's the bump. And slide it. Ball's out. Again, Ross serving. 8-3. And an ace. Raja was not able to handle it. Looked like she was a little bit out of position. Wasn't sure if it was her ball or not.
Are there any rules about substitutions? How long you have to stay out once you come out? Or
Nope,
anything?
not at all. You can substitute at will. Yep. Another poor set, and Libby was not able to handle it.
Big first game so far for the Lady Bobcats.
Bobcats are doing very well. Good, solid play. Yeah, Libby. Upset. Little tapper. Back, Jenny. Libby Hyatt again. Smack. Couldn't handle it. Tiffany Rock could not. I think that was Tiffany. Could not quite handle the ball. Slide out. Plattsburgh gets another shot at it. Zoe Sager with the serve. Good smooth serve. Good set. Little tip. Jenny set. Libby Hyatt. And it was just out. Just out.
Side out.
Service, Joanna Martin. Majo gets it. Again, Plattsburgh is not communicating out there. And NAC just keeps marching on. Good service. And set, Libby. Here's the hit, and in. Side out. Nikki Toller now serving. For Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh's behind 3-11. A little too much on it. Trying to do too much, it looks like. Misty Poirier serving for NEC. Footfall.
What happened?
Footfall.
Football.
Footfall. She went over the line on service.
Oh, you have to stay back
Have
far?
to stay back on the back orange line.
Oh,
back
boy,
line.
the official spotted that one.
Yep, it's you have to keep your eye on everything. It's very difficult.
That's a handicap if a player has big feet.
I guess so. Libby Hyatt service, little tip. Lori Sager sets. Allison Dowdle up and down. Big kill. That's where Allison comes in. Allison was switched in again for Casey. And Plattsburgh relies on Allison's size to get those big, powerful hits down. Very hard when you have a ball coming from the sky like that to handle. Libby again with the service. Nice floating serve. Big back. Tough bump. Side out. NAC gets it. Christy Bushy, it looks like, number 15. Service. Jenny. Allison. Again, Allison with another side out. Again, points only awarded when you control the serve. Jenny Medibet for Plattsburgh serving now. service. Good serve. Oh, and good tip by Zoe, but they handled it. Allison, and she's got it. Down. Just had her feet in bounds. Plattsburgh now has a 5-11 deficit to pick up here. Jenny ready for service again. And service. Nice bump. A little miscommunication there. Jenny, Allison gonna just dump it back. Number 15. Hit by Shannon Curry. Majo just bumps it over. Set by Kristen Ross. Allison right there with the block. Again, that's what they have Allison in for. Be able to be at the front net to block the shots. Making a comeback, 6-11 now. Plattsburgh with the serve. Throw Christie back a bit. Larry takes a timeout now. Whenever a team runs a few points up, usually the coach will call a timeout to try and give them a chance to think about what they're doing. It also kind of ices the server, make her think about it. It's just like calling a timeout just before the field goal. Kind of make the kicker think about it.
Right.
Okay, we're back. Timeout's over. Jenny Menabet will be serving for Plattsburgh after the timeout by NAC. Kristen Ross, nice set. And number 2, Tiffany Rock has a real soft duffer that falls into the hole. And Tiffany gets to serve on that. 11-7, NAC ahead. Nikki Toller bumps, Zoe bumps. Nikki Toller takes the ball. Straight set, big hit. Big hit, Johanna Martin pumps it right through. Plattsburgh not blocking on these.
So it's 12-7 and 15 wins it.
15 wins it. They're 3 points away from the first game. And net ball. That makes a coach heart sink whenever they see a serve go into the net. They'd rather see a soft serve than see it go into the net. Okay, Skip Bassett saw that as being out, and so Plattsburgh gets a point on that. Majo Caballé serving. Ooh, good serve. Had him running off. Big hit. Allison Dowell just dumps it over. Shannon Curry. Oh. Johanna Martin with the hit. Into the net. Shannon Curry's been getting some good hits off. Majo Caballé again serving. And just bumped it right back. Set by Zoe. And over Nikki Tollner. Good bump up. Nice set by Shannon. Ruby Highland. Jenny sets. Allison Dowdle. Again, another kill. Allison Dowdle. Kind of proves the theory that you don't have to kill them hard, you just have to place them exactly where they have to be.
I think the score was at one point 10-3 Northern Adirondack, so Plattsburgh on a 7-2 run here.
Yep, they're and a beautiful soft touch. Blockers went up, and Shannon Curry just gave a nice soft touch right over their outstretched hands. It's hard to beat the ball to the ground when you're up in the air. Gravity always wins. Man, too much. Again, we have Casey Marsteller subbing in for Allison Dowdle for Casey's serve and abilities back in the court.
Number 5 in for Northern Adirondack.
Thanks, Foxy. I wasn't watching that one. Rachel Mung. Rachel Mung from Northern Adirondack. Zoe there with the offensive tip. Make sure that ball did not come over.
Oh, 12-11, shaping up as a barn burner in
Yep,
game one.
you never know.
What happened, I wonder? Maybe it touched the net. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it must have hit the net. You'll notice that the umpire keeps his hand right on the net, so he can feel it if the ball just grazes it. He can feel that even though he can't see it. Ruby Hyatt with a hit. And again, rare case where one of Larry's girls is out of position a little bit. Just dove for it. Zoe Sager with the serve. Oh. Zoe credited with an ace. I don't know how partial I should be. That's my daughter. Is it okay on hometown?
You don't have to be impartial.
Okay.
You can cheer all you want.
That's a great game. It's nice to see the ladies competing as well as they do. Set by Zoe. Oh, Nikki Toller just missed that hit. Jumped a little too soon. But if we look at the score, we're seeing it's 12-12 now. NAC has the serve. If they go to 14s, they have to win by 2. Set by Zoe. And too much. Set it too high. 13-12, NAC.
People may have wondered what happened there, but the basketball nets are high in the ceiling, and sometimes they get hung up.
Another set. Nope.
Whoa.
Well, it looks like it's back to the wall. Vicki McMillan calls a timeout. A little upset with some of the setting going on. She knows the girls can play better than this, and they fought back so far. Hate to lose it.
Good crowd, and as always, great parent support at these events from both schools, and it's great to see. You know, a player out there just loves to see mom or dad or grandpa and grandma there. It's great.
That's for sure. They all like to do well for their folks. Alana Martin serving. It's out. Oh, mental error. A rare mental error by Casey Marsteller gave NAC the game. The ball was out, and she still reached for it. She got fooled by that one.
So that one goes in the book 15-12, Northern Adirondack, and they change sides. Is that what happens?
That's what happens. They change sides. They have 3 minutes between each game.
Okay.
And this time, the coaches put in their next lineup. They may make some changes, maybe not. See what happens. We'll see what the new lineup is as they come out.
You're watching North Country Cable Network Varsity Volleyball, Plattsburgh High School versus Northern Adirondack Central.
Okay, so the teams have changed sides. Second game just about ready to go. It doesn't look like any changes for Plattsburgh that I can see. And it looks like NAC is still out with their same crew. Can't see all the numbers yet. Ruby Hyatt with the service. Bump. Christy Bushy bump. And hit by number 3, Shannon Curry again. She's the big hitter for NAC, it seems. Side out, so NAC has to serve now. Plattsburgh can come back and win. They could be in the driver's seat as far as CVAC volleyball. Allison Dowell with the hit, and again, not a hard hit, but well placed.
We might also mention that Plattsburgh is in Division I and Northern Adirondack in Division II. This is the only regular season matchup between these two teams, and a lot of pride on the line for this one.
That's right. Big hit, number 2. Tiffany Rock with the hit. Ball's over, and Allison hits it back, and with the kill. Allison right there with the offensive block. Side out. Jenny Manabet with the serve. Soft serve, deep though. Nice set. Once again, Shannon Curry with a soft hit. Allison Dowdle will swing it around. Misty Poirier, good bump. Zoe with an offensive set. Allison right there with another block. This time, Allison got caught in the net. Allison made contact with the net, which is illegal, of course. Side out with Plattsburgh ahead 1-0. Tiffany Rock with the set. And too high of a bump hit the lights, and nobody in Plattsburgh can handle it. So it's 1-1 now. Tiffany Rock again with the serve.
And you inadvertently said Plattsburgh led 1-0, but Northern Adirondack has the 1-0 lead here.
No, it's 1-1 now.
Oh, I see it. For this game, I see.
Yep.
Last year when these teams met in regular season, Plattsburgh won. And this is game 2.
Yep, they ooh, nice short serve. Jenny with the set, Allison with the hit, and good bounce. Curry again with the hit, and it's in. Went off the fingertips of Allison Dowdle, which side out. Curry has the serve, pretty strong server. Another Curry on the corner. Set. Toller. Side went out. It was a good hit, but just too far. Curry again with the service for NAC, ahead 2-1. Big serve out. Casey Marsteller again being sub for Allison Dowdle when Allison goes to the back row.
Kind of like a designated hitter in baseball.
Yeah, just about. You have your special teams. Just out. Just out. Looked like it was going to fall in, but NAC's eyes were good. Tristan Ross now with the service for NAC. Good hard serve. Big setback and another service. She hit it. She had the block, but nobody came up underneath her to help her out after the stop on the hit. Again, Kristen Ross with the service. That's out. Side out. Zoe has the service at this point, and NAC has the lead, 3-1. Short serve. There again, little dump. Here's the bump. Soft little tapper over. Free ball. Another set. Handled by Bushy. Set by Zoe, hit by Libby. Bushy. Big rally. Toller, yes. Hit by Nikki Toller. That time it found its mark, went right through.
You mentioned that Zoe's your daughter. We could say that Brooke Sager went through the volleyball program, a graduate of Plattsburgh High School.
Yep.
What's she doing now?
She's at Union College, majoring in child development and psychology, and playing volleyball in their Division III program at Union.
Great.
So it's a sport that you carry with you a long time, and you can play it up into your 50s and 60s easily. It's 3-3. Plattsburgh now has tied it. Set Curry with a hit and into the net. Again, Plattsburgh exhibiting that streakiness that they're so noted for. Another service. Zoe Sager. Good dropping serve. Here's the hit. Free ball. Couldn't quite get handled. Plattsburgh. 7, Johanna Martin will now serve for NAC. 4-3, Plattsburgh. Maggio has it, set by Zoe. Libby Hyatt bails him out on that one. Little miscommunication. Floater. Jenny sets, and Libby hits, and couldn't handle it. Shannon Curry couldn't quite get her arms around on that one. Nikki Toller, real strong server. She just has to make sure she keeps it in. She's got a very powerful arm. The ball's over. Set. Back set by Zoe, and Jenny a soft tapper. Into the net. Christy Poirier couldn't quite get the angle on it. Jumped a little too soon. Plattsburgh got 5-3 in this one. Nikki Toller again serving. Ooh, twisting serve, just out. Sometimes those work, and sometimes they walk out on you. Misty Poirier, service. Big rifling serve, very good. Jenny captured that in. Tried to dig it out of the net, but couldn't quite. Tough bump to handle. NAC back 4-5. Plattsburgh still ahead. Big serve again. Poirier has a real sharp serve. Libby puts it right in. Nice soft cut. Side out. Plattsburgh has the serve. And Allison coming back in for Casey, now that she's in front row again. And Libby Hyatt with the serve. Big floating serve, and girls tipped it. Very lucky. It was a reaction that fell in. Plattsburgh had already given up on the ball. Something you can't do. You have to play every ball. And handled it, set by Jenny. Allison Dowdle puts it down. Free ball, nice floater coming over. It's over. And 5-5. Christy Bushy again with service for NAC. NAC's tied it up now. Allison will hit, and again, can't handle it. She's not hitting particularly hard, but just being well placed. And again, when the ball comes from that high, it's hard to see it. The Jenny Manabet service. Good save by Tiffany Rock. Set and a push. Allison saves him. Big hit coming up. Allison has this block. Jenny gets it. Now, on that play, if you counted, you saw that Plattsburgh hit it 4 times.
I thought so.
But if it's on a block, the block doesn't count.
Ah.
So if somebody goes up and blocks it, that does not count as a touch. And a free ball floats over. Plattsburgh can set up an offensive play. And they do. Again, Allison Dowell puts it down. 7-5 Plattsburgh. Jenny Manabet will be service. Nice deep serve. Little pushover. Set up. Allison just flat-footed, not much there. Shannon is going to try and put it. Zoe's there for the dig. Allison, it goes over, and a rare case where Larry's girls were out of position, not ready to play the line, and he's not happy with that. You can see. Larry's a man whose bark is worse than his bite, though.
Well, with 17 Section 7 championships, he knows what he's talking about when he barks.
Yep, and as I say, he's a man who plays the game. He's not just merely a coach. He plays it for fun. He loves the game. He truly loves the girls. They'll do anything for him. And it looks like he's yelling and hollering, but he really isn't. They know it's like a father and his daughter. They're doing it out of love.
We're in game 2. It's 8-5 Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh dropped the first one 15-12.
Little free ball set by Zoe. Allison is going to go up, and she missed. Rare miss by Allison. Normally she's right there on those. Kristen Ross will get the serve. Plattsburgh ahead, 8-5 in game 2. Nice hard serve, low. Here's the set. Zoe went a back set there, and unfortunately Jenny wasn't behind her. She was thinking her partner was back there.
Plattsburgh High School Athletic Director Clifford Joe Staves is in attendance tonight, as he is at most.
Yep, Allison reaches up on that one. That was a nice save by Allison. Play it. The girls are going to play it, and it goes over. They're able to handle that one. Oh, Shannon again. Curry. Ball's over, and there's a touch. Wow, boy, what a series of saves here. And it was out, unfortunately. Allison was there, but just touched it out. Just touched it out. That's too bad. 7-8. And, oh. Side out. Jenny Manabek with the serve.
Let's go, Majo!
Oh, Majo. Double A. Let me get my glasses first. Free ball, floater up. Jenny is going to save it. Allison. Side out. Mental errors there. That's what hurts Plattsburgh right now. There isn't the hitting that there was in the league a couple of years ago. Shannon Curry, just a little too much power on that. And Casey Marsteller again in for Allison. Special teaming, as Foxy told us. A lot of similarities in all sports. Rachel Munn again, number 5, for NAC. The bump up. Kristen Ross with the set. Jenny Manabet up to Libby. Libby goes down. Munn saved it. Big hit. Offensive set. Girls are right there. And that's out. Side out. Oh, that was point Plattsburgh. I didn't realize I had to have the serve. That's right. Casey again.
Some excellent play in this game, too.
They're both warming up.
And it's the close matchup that we expected.
Yep. Set. Libby. And off the fingertips of the block. And Kristen Ross couldn't quite get up high enough. These are not tall teams. When they leave the area and they go play downstate, they run up with a lot of 6-foot girls. Oh, Casey, just so hard to maintain concentration. You can't let it off.
Now, Andy.
Yes.
It looks so easy to serve that ball over the net, yet we've had a number of out of bounds or hit the net. What is the problem? I mean, what's the difficulty with the serve?
Well, what they're doing there It was a good drop in.
Zoe, right here, Zoe.
The girls are not just trying to get the ball over the net. They're trying to put top spin. They're trying to undercut the ball, make it do dances. It's just like you reel back and you throw a fastball. You could probably get it down the plate, but you try and make that ball do things. There is lines on that ball, just like the baseball, not quite as pronounced. And so with adequate topspin, that ball will dip. With good side cut, it'll swerve away or towards the player. So it's not simply serve it to getting it over. Big serve. Zoe gets an ace, collects an ace on that one.
Do they keep track of that and the statistics for the team?
The stats, yeah. If we
That's nice.
if we had a big organization here, we'd have a stat person standing right next to us feeding us all the numbers like we do at ESPN and all the rest of those. Nice little bump. Jenny can't quite get to it. Side out, 12-7. Plattsburgh's got a lead that looks pretty big, but in this game we found that it isn't. Johanna Martin service. And a little hesitant. Maggio thought it was going out, then the last minute she changed her mind and shanked it. Johanna gets credited with an ace and service again. Ball was short, and Maggio couldn't quite get to it. 12-9, as I said, leads are tenuous here. And Vicki McMartin will call a timeout to try and rally her troops again. NAC just put 3 points, unanswered points. And the girls were out of position, playing a little confused. So Vicki is trying to remind them of all the things that she's taught them and coached them.
We are North Country Cable Network. We're also being watched on Hometown Cable as occasionally we work things out with Calvin Castine, the godfather of videography in the North Country. So we want to say hello to our viewers in the Northern Tier. I'm Foxy Gagnon.
Boy, you know, I think Calvin owes me a videotape from when Brooke was playing a couple of years back.
Well, maybe he'll hear this.
I hope so.
I am along with Handy Andy Sager, and he's helping us out today, and we're very appreciative of that.
Nope. A rare mistake by Nikki. Dropping the serve into the net. Oh, wholesale changes here. Misty Poirier's back in. Rachel Munn is out. So we're back with, let's see, Misty is taking the serve. Johanna's still in there. Oh. A lot of times that doesn't work to your advantage, subbing in on a serve, because the player hasn't touched the ball for a while. And they don't get warm-up tosses like a ball player does. You have to be ready to come out there and take the ball and do the number with it. Allison is back in, now that she's front line again. Christy Bush with the set, and Libby Hyatt not quite able to handle that hit.
And the crowd couldn't handle it either. It bounced right back down to the court.
Curry with that hit.
Our buddy Dave Favreau's here. His niece is playing, Jamie Keeble.
Yep. Allison right there for the block. And it was in. They can't give up on the ball. They figure if they make a good shot, it's over, and it isn't. It's not over until the ball hits the ground. If you look up, you see that NAC has come back 11-12. Plattsburgh with a slim lead. Maggio has it. Jenny over with a little tough. Big hit, Curry up, and Allison right there. And a legal hit. No, was it? She hit the net. He said it never went over, so it was fine.
I see.
We need an instant replay on that. You got that on that camera, Foxy?
Crank that up. You can check that out.
Okay, Foxy. Sounds good. Bobcats over. Jenny up, Allison up, and just smacks it right down. Again, not terribly hard. Years past, there was Jamie Wood around here somewhere tonight. Back on holiday, she was a big hitter for Plattsburgh. Can't handle that shot in the back. Side out. NAC has the ball. Plattsburgh has the lead, 13-11.
Almost a must-win for Plattsburgh in game 2. You don't want to go down by 2 games to a team like Northern Adirondack.
It's hard to come back. It's very hard to come back. Kat Rizos in for Plattsburgh. A very strong and steady defensive player. Jenny. Allison. Poor set by Sager, and Allison could not get back to it.
13-12. I'm getting nervous.
Oh, we always get nervous. Tiffany Rock with the ace. 13 all.
Oh, my.
Plattsburgh doesn't want to lose this one, as you said, Foxy. They can feel some butterflies here. And Rizos is out, and Toller back in. I think she just wanted to give Nikki a little bit of breathing time to think about. And it actually worked to get a side out from Bobcats. Majo hasn't cranked any of her real power serves yet. She's normally able to crank some real stiff serves. But again, what she's looking for is just getting the ball in play instead of taking the risk. And nice set. Yes, again, nice soft hit, but right on the mark. Caught Larry's ladies somewhere away from the hip. One more and Plattsburgh can put this away. And Larry calls a timeout, as is normally the case just before a game point. Got a lot of folks. Mrs. Hyatt always filming every game. I see her all the time with her video camera.
Yep. And you mentioned Jamie Wood. Do you see her in the crowd? I know that a lot of the ladies.
She was here with Brooke, and they're probably way out there in the student land instead of Beecher.
I know Brooke said, "Oh, I'd love to be playing."
It's hard when you've played as many years as they have to watch a game. It's very painful for them. They want to be out there, especially Brooke, who's still playing at Union. She misses it. She coached summer camp down there.
And I think they could use her today on the Hornets.
Yeah. She certainly would like to be there, but eligibility rules, I guess, huh? Nice deep serve. Keeping the ball back. They have a set in the back and just trying to get it over. Little tip. Curry up with a big hit, and it's out on Allison. Couldn't quite handle it.
Wow.
So there's a block.
Here.
Yep, a block that went bad. Now, Plattsburgh has to keep them scoreless. As you remember, Shannon has a real strong serve. Little up. Allison is just going to dump it over. And here's the set. And a bump. So here they have a chance. Wow. Zoe moved away from that a little too late. Normally she gets the second hit. And now it's 14-14. Jenny was supposed to take that, but a little miscommunication again.
Have to win by 2.
Have to win by 2. They're at deuce now. And it's out. So they duck that bullet. Let's see if Zoe can atone for her misstep there.
She's had some good serves today. What happened? They took the ball away from her.
They had done the sub, And so Casey has to go in with the serve. There's the hit and a push. Jenny with the up, down 2, and a little offensive pop. Libby with the hit, bump up. Jenny with the set. Libby's just going to tap it over. Bobcats. Tristan Ross. Zoe saves with the dig. Nikki gets it up. Jenny just floats it over. Again, Ross with the set, and it's out. Number 7.
What happened?
Somebody in Plattsburgh must have been in the net. Somebody in Plattsburgh must have been in the net. That's too bad because Martin's shot was long. And the set. Ross, bump up, Jenny's up. Libby's going to just tap it over. Bad set. Kristen Bushy sets, and the hit. Nikki Toller, 15-14. Now it's all up. It's up to NAC now. NAC can ice this match almost. It's going to be a tough row for Plattsburgh to hoe. That's the set. Here's the set. Just a floater over, Toller up. Jenny's up. Libby Hyatt, and it's down to really scrapping. Here's the set. Floater up. Jenny's up. Libby over. Little tough. Really a heads-up play by Libby. She just kind of dinked it right in there and caught them sitting back waiting for the big hit. Hey, Zoe Sager has to serve. They're down by 1. They need 3 to win. Big serve. Back. Here's the set. Really tight. Yeah, boy, they're scrapping for this one. They don't want this one to drop. Jenny sets. Libby's going up for the hit. And it's out. 15 all. I am not sure, but I think Plattsburgh may have got away with one unless they called the first hit a block. First touch a block. Okay, she's got 2 more to get. Little bump. And it's out. One more here. 16-15 Plattsburgh. Larry's girls are all back. The front is open. She sends it back. There it is. Little float. Bushy up. Casey has it. Zoe just dinks it over. Number 15, number 7. Just getting it over. Bushy doing a nice job setting. Side out. Hit the net of the basketball hoop and came back into Plattsburgh side, and that's considered out because it was ricocheted back. If the ball goes up and down on the same side, they can still play it. And they say with a serve. Into the net. Tiffany Rock's shot just a little short. Kat Rizzo's going in for the serve. It's just an unusual move. I've never seen Vicky do this before. Puts a lot of pressure on Kat, unfortunately, because she's coming in cold, really. But she's up to the challenge, obviously. And serves in, nice. Right on the line, ace. Plattsburgh wins it, 17-15. Now we have the game tied as 1 game apiece. The match tied at 1 game apiece. Okay, looks Coach McMillan is keeping the first team in. This is obviously a very important match for her. Number 1, Misty Poirier for NAC will be serving. Up by Tollner, set by Sager, and Jenny just under. You notice what happened there?
See anything wrong?
Okay, Jenny's hand was just back a little bit too much, and they called that a carry instead of a hit.
Carry?
Yeah. That ball has to be slapped and hit. And a little tip. Set by Sager and over by Hyatt. And boy, lucky play there. Side out, Plattsburgh gets the ball. The ball has to be snapped. It cannot be caught at all. It can only be hit. If you use both hands on the set, it has to be simultaneous. It can't be a tic-tac. If you go around, Allison not quite able to get the square block on that one. Obviously, if you go around to different areas, different levels of play, they will call things quicker. A lot of the hits here would be considered illegal, depending on where you play. Then again, other areas tend to have some hits that we would call illegal and they think are perfectly fine. So there is a little bit of locale that has to be taken into effect with these games. Daddle again. Oh, this time they were ready for it. Set. Daddle again will hit. And this time back again. Tough set. Dowdle was in the net that time. Again, you see the Skip Bassett's hand is on the net at all times, so he can feel any contact, even if he can't see it. Hyatt is the bump, Tollner over, and Maggio sends it up. Shannon Curry again with a hit. Christy Ross with the bump, and Dowdle right there for the block. Again, they're going to go, and it's out. This time over the outstretched arms of Jenny Manabet, who gets the serve for Plattsburgh.
Now, did you ever play volleyball, Andy?
I played volleyball back in high school, and I come down here and every once in a while get lucky and play with the kids in intramurals. Great block by Allison Dowdle right there. You saw how she squared her body in towards the center of the court, and that's when you're that's when it's going to be successful, when Allison has that squaring in. Hyatt with the bump, Jenny with the set, and Allison with the hit. Again, coming down.
Now, you say you played volleyball in high school, but that's a little unusual for us to hear. You're a guy.
Well, actually,
where was this?
Just down in Westchester, and volleyball, beach volleyball, is still a very big sport, big guy sport. 3-man or 2-man beach volleyball, and some really good athletes. If you've ever gotten a chance to see that, usually they show that in the summer. They also play it down at the city beach, right here in wonderful downtown Plattsburgh. And not quite. Oh, we almost got a souvenir.
It's Randy Marsteller.
Yep.
Sit up and tosses it back to the floor. Well, what would you call yourself as a player? Are you a finesse player, a hard hitter? What's your volleyball style?
I'm sneaky.
Okay.
When you're not big and tall, what you want to do is look around, see where the other team is, and dink it in where they're not. there's a lot of different ways of playing, and in this league particularly, since there's no big, strong players, that's what you'd want to do. You want to be more of a finesse player, because nobody's hitting it hard. The ball never made it over, so Allison really doesn't get credited with a block there. It went into the net. Maggio gets to serve again, 3-4 now, Plattsburgh coming back. This is game 3. NAC won the first 15-12. Plattsburgh won the second 17-15. Again, having to win by 2.
Lori Courier with the good hands there. He played some baseball at Our Lady of Victory. Good hands, good glove man.
Maggio with the serve. Good up. And ball was out. Plattsburgh goes ahead 5-4. NAC girls might be getting a little tired. It's kind of looked like that. Sometimes the adrenaline hits too early. And again, you notice that was 4 hits, but 1 was a block. And even though the block was rather far back, it's still considered one. Timeout, Larry Barkham. He's probably sensing a little bit of fatigue. He's not happy with the play. I think one of the biggest things that people notice are mental errors. You can understand a slight slip of the arm or a shanked hit, but mental errors are tough for a coach to take. Most of the players around here really enjoy their sports, and it's wonderful that we have the coaches and the officials. It's hard to get officials these days because they get so much abuse by the fans, particularly when the games get close and they're towards the end of the season.
Oh, because tonight everyone's been pretty polite, and I've been thinking, boy, officiating at this is a lot easier than basketball or baseball.
Yep. Well, this is unusual, and none of the kids have been complaining, and we've seen a very well-called game. There haven't been many questionable calls. Again, if you were to go to a college, they would have lines people, just like in tennis, who watch the line. And set by Jenny.
I haven't seen a coach yell at the official yet.
Nope, you very rarely see that, particularly these two coaches. Vicky and Larry are both consummate coaches. They expect no more from the team than they expect from themselves, and they really conduct themselves very, very well. They will respectfully disagree with a call and let that know every once in a while, but for the most part, they know what they're going through. It's hard to see everything. Big set, Zoe gets a chance, punches back. Big set by Christy Bushy. Little floater, Jenny again. Allison up and in. Tiffany Rock thought it was going out, and it did not. 9-4.
Yes, Plattsburgh up by 5. Now in game 1, I remember Northern Adirondack led by 7 at one point, but in game 2 it was nip and tuck all the way. I think this is the biggest lead in a game that Plattsburgh's had.
Yes, it has. Ooh, nice serve by Maggio. She really had a great one. A little push. Jenny has the set. Zoe with the hit. And with the kill. Pushed it back real hard and fast. Zoe's actually a setter, and what Vicky has done this year, which is very unusual, is she has the setters also as hitting, penetrating setting, which makes all the team players available and all weapons. Traditionally, setters just come back. So now we have a lot of changes I'm going to have to mark down here. We have number 5, Rachel Munn, going in for Shannon Curry. We have number 9, which is Corinne Trombley. Corinne Trombley, number 9, going in for Misty Poirier. And number 6, Carly Drown.
And the other one was number 8.
Number 8, which is Jen Gerard. Big hit and rebuff. Alice gets a little quick dip over, and Jenny a little bit late on that tip. Should have let Allison handle it, but she came in, snuck right in there. Okay, Shannon Curry up. Again, she has those big hits and big powerful serve for NAC. Libby with it. Here's the set. Allison's up. And it was just out. Soft touch, good placement, but out by a couple of inches. Curry again with the serve, 7-10. Plattsburgh still ahead. Big, nice dropping serve. Majo could not quite get to it in time. Should be 8-10, I believe. Well, they had a mistake.
Yeah, they had made a mistake.
They made a mistake on the serve.
I thought that.
They just got that one over. 3 times Majo has had a little problem there. Just getting pulled out of position. 7-10 now. It was a scoring error. (8-10). Well, is Vicky going to call a timeout to try and cool the server down? 8-10. Plattsburgh's lead has evaporated. Here's the set. Yes, back with their patented 1-2-3 punch. Bump, set, spike. But they lose Allison now from the front row. Casey Marsteller going into the back for service. Plattsburgh's lead has now dwindled to 2. And Casey puts some more on there. Nice quick service, hard to handle. Not very good, free ball. The ball just makes it over. Here's the set. They drive him back. Number 9 for NAC, Corinne Tremblay. Libby Hyatt with the hit. Again, Tremblay again with the hit. Jenny with the set. And Libby just short. Libby just jumped a little too soon. Started coming down when she swung for it. Side out. Kristen Ross now with the ball. Service NAC. Reactive defense. Again. That time Corinne comes up with some points. So Larry, sensing that his girls were getting tired, made a wholesale change there and is getting rewarded with some points. Set, Libby again. Little tough. And it's out. Unfortunately, Libby was in the net, expecting that ball to be punched, and so that big lead, as you were talking about before, yes. Foxy, is gone.
It was
Vicky now. Right now, Vicky calls the timeout. Larry made the right move by making that wholesale change. He got some fresh blood in there, and they were all set, and they responded well for Larry. He's got to be very happy with the way the girls are playing for him. Now, will Vicky make some changes? It's going to be hard to tell. These are the girls that she sticks with. She knows what their skills are, and she knows what they're capable of doing. Now, if they're tired or not, Johanna with the service, and it was out. So the timeout. Okay, number 14 for 8, Jody Schutz. For Jen Gerard. Zoe cranks one off that's too far. Never got the backspin on it. Make that drop. And Jody is in now for service. And it's got to go over. There, they saved it. Number 9 again, Corinne, and it's out. Plattsburgh gets the serve again, side out, tie score. This is the third game. Again, Plattsburgh lost the first game to NAC, 12-15. They won the second, 17-15, and this one looks just as tight. In the net, unfortunately, Christy Bushy just got hung up in the net. When we play the game, we used to call that tuna fish. Trapped in the net. Ooh, nice service. Nikki is capable of sending some aces down. She and her younger sister Heather, plays JV and has a rifling serve herself. And you see the side spin on that ball as it went over. That just worked its way away. It's like a curveball, and you start reaching for it, and it keeps moving away out of the strike zone.
And you mentioned JV. Plattsburgh High School won the junior varsity contest.
That's right. They lost the first game and came back to win the second two. They play best of 3. Here we play best of 5 at the varsity level. Zoe sets, and Madra just dumps it over. Again, and that was out. So Corinne has been hot and cold. She's been really doing some real good. She's still in the plus column. And Toller again with that curving serve. They handled it this time. It's Carly Drown. And he's calling it legal. And Libby, they benefit from that one. Plattsburgh has snuck in 14-10. And now we have Shannon Curry in for Rachel Munn. This game isn't over yet. That's out. Oh, out. There's one of those. That was a tough one. That was a tough one to give up on, but he hasn't made many. Skip has done a very good job tonight. And in the net, so there's poetic justice for you. Libby Hyatt. And again, Allison comes into the front row, so Casey comes out, did her job well. Allison ready for the block and the spikes. Libby Hyatt with the serve. Handled by Tristan Ross. Bump up, Allison. Side out.
You don't want to give Northern Adirondack too many chances.
No, not at all. Christy Bushy can rifle that ball in for a few aces too, so Plattsburgh looks like they're ready. Allison up and in. Plattsburgh gets it right back. Again, Plattsburgh's at game point. They can go up 2-1 in this match. Jenny Manabet, very solid server, usually very consistent. Puts it back. And boy, were they lucky on that one. A miscue in the backfield. And Plattsburgh got caught looking, not thinking the ball was coming over. It looked like it was going in the net. We'll drive it back. That's good. Here's the set. An excellent play by I don't know if you caught that one on tape, but Madra was right behind and in the perfect position. Exactly what happens. You're supposed to sneak in underneath your blocker, and if the dink goes over, you're right there to pop it up. Well, the first block was legal, and if she had flipped her hands over so her palms weren't up, she could have hit it again. That's the only time you can hit the ball twice on a block. But the second time she hit it, her hands were palmed up, and that makes it illegal. Good save by Zoe, and there is. Allison redeems herself. Zoe pulled that ball off the net. It's a hard thing for the girls to learn is to, you sit down, anybody to learn, not just the team, but when we play intramurals, to have the patience to kneel underneath the net when the ball goes into it and wait for it to drop and then just pump it up. It's a very hard thing. It's counterintuitive.
For those just joining us, who are the officials?
Our officials tonight are Skip Bassett and Patty Bedard, who are doing a great job on a very important game for both teams. This is the bragging right game here. It's like the, well, before they had interleague play, Mets and the Yankees. And Zoe dumps one in, and that wins the game. So Plattsburgh now 15-11. Plattsburgh is up 2-1.
That's the widest of margin for victories, too. They've all been close. They've all been very close.
That was a very hotly contested game. You can start to see that the girls are getting a little tired.
After three, it's Plattsburgh 2 and Northern Adirondack 1. You're watching North Country Cable Network. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Andy Sager from Barker Memorial Gymnasium in Plattsburgh.
The NAC has gone back with their starting lineup. Plattsburgh is in with their starting lineup. So these girls have been playing a long game. Okay. Shannon Curry missing. She's been fairly effective tonight, but maybe it's getting a little late, a little tired. Plattsburgh's up 1-0. Libby Hyatt serves. Nice bump. Christy Curry with the hit. Zoe sets. Dowdle hits and in. Well placed. Again, not terribly hard, but right on the money. Allison is really getting better and better every game, and she's going to start hitting hard. Put those two things together and she'll be unstoppable. Good set, Curry back, a bump, Tollner in to save it, Baker again, hit, ooh, just outside the outstretched hand. Tiffany Rock drops one in. Okay, it's 2-0. Plattsburgh with the lead, NAC with the serve. Bushy with the service and into the net. Oh, Larry must hate that.
Go, Jenny.
Come on, Jenny.
Jenny Manabet with the serve for Plattsburgh, up 2-0. In this fourth game, she collects an ace. Plattsburgh up 3-0. Plattsburgh winning the second and third game of the set. NAC coming out. All the games are very closely contested. Ross with the set and a big, powerful hit by Shannon Curry. Again, when she's on, she's devastating. She can hit. Both these teams are playing pretty well. They are giving it their all. Set by Sager. Dowdle with the hit. Set. Curry with the other hit. Tollner with the bump. Dowdle over. Rock. Dowdle saves that one. Big hit by Johanna Martin. Curry. Ooh, just gets that one over. Again, Johanna. Zoe set. Free ball. Ross. Nice back. Rejected by Dowdle. I don't know if that ball was actually over. It may have been hit right into the net. I don't think Martin had it, but Martin's doing double duty too. She's been setting and hitting, doing a tremendous job tonight. They've been getting very good performance out of both Martin and actually all the girls are playing tremendously. There's no weak links on either team at this point. There's some mental errors that crop up, but again, the season is very young. This is only the third game for both. NAC and Peru and Plattsburgh both undefeated. Majo just put that one into the net. Majo Cabaret. Hit by Shannon Curry into the net. Okay, the traditional Marsteller for Dowdle switch.
Come on, PC.
They have the advantage, other than over baseball, being able to switch in and out as often as they want.
Yes, I always found that hard coaching junior varsity baseball. Try to use all your players, keep everything balanced.
Yeah. Zoe misses that hit. Side out. NAC with the ball. Kristen Ross with the service. Bushy up in the setting position. Bushy and Ross are both setters. And NAC breaks onto the scoreboard. 4-1 Plattsburgh in game 4.
Right out.
Ross, the setter, serving. So he tried to save that bad bump. 2-4. NAC with the service. Plattsburgh still with the lead, but it's cut in half now. Nice bump by Jenny. Libby with a little dump over. Bushy with that. And almost. 3-4. 3/4 of the lead disappeared by now. Ross again service. They serve 3 straight points. Jenny with the bump. Zoe with the set, and Libby with a soft hit. Bushy with the set. Couldn't handle a nice shot by Misty Poirier. Tie score. Big service, and it was out. Kristen was getting stronger and stronger with every serve, and she finally put one out. Zoe Sager with the serve for Plattsburgh. Touch score in the 4th game. Bushy with the set. Courier with the hit. Soft hit. Zoe with the set. Tollner hits it into the net. Service over. Side out. Number 7, Johanna Morton with the serve. Short. And Majo couldn't quite react to it. An ace for Martin. NAC grabs the lead. It was 4-0 Plattsburgh, and now it's 5-4 NAC.
Well, we have a moment. Sal and Denise Riggy are here. They were voted one of the top grandparents in the North Country. And Nikki Tollner is their granddaughter, and Sal and Denise are great supporters of their grandchildren.
Oh, they're here every game. They're here all the time. Drives them back and off the girls. Sometimes all you have to do is drive them back. Nice shot by Libby. She rolled it back there. The girls saved it. Jenny saved it. Nikki Tollner with the service. They're down by 1 now. Nice hard service. That's what Nikki can do. She can get that ball just cruising over the net. I'm not as familiar. It's the first time, well, actually the second time I've seen Larry's team. I saw him at a scrimmage. And it's got to go over. A good hit. And it's still over. Libby with the hit. And down and in. Plattsburgh fights back. Kids have the scores backwards, I think. They just added a point to NAC instead of
It should be 6-5 Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh at this point, I believe. Back set by Sager, and beautiful positioning. They've been working on that play for a while. A quick back set to Jenny and misdirection. So it should be 7-5 right now. 7-5 Plattsburgh. There it is.
7-5.
Toller again, big serve. Baker with the good set. And Poirier gets it. Good dig. Zoe pops it over. She didn't mean to do that. Baker does it. Back up to Tiffany Rock. Tiffany gets it. Goes over. Poirier. And the ball is out. Both teams fighting mightily here. Very tired. You can just see it. The spring is out of their legs. Nikki, another hard serve. Big set. Here's a free ball. Zoe sets. Here's a one. Outside hitter. Ball's coming over. Christie sets it up again to Tiffany Rock. Ball comes over. Bushy puts it up. Big volleys. Libby gets it up, and it's in again. Finding that hole 4 times. That back hole. That's not what Larry does. These girls are just getting a little tired.
You mentioned free ball. What does that mean?
Free ball is when the ball goes over the net without an offensive hit, like that one was. It's lofted over. That was in, and that was an offensive hit. The ball went over with pace and direction. Usually, if they're out of position and they're not in a position to make a good offensive hit, they bump the ball up just to get it over the net because they have only three hits to get it over there. Toller has served 4 or 5 points now. Another big serve. Very hard to handle. She's racking it up. The stats are going to look good on her tomorrow on the paper.
Plattsburgh with the momentum going for the victory tonight.
11-5. Slow starting, but they seem to be coming back. Tiffany Rock with the hit. Plattsburgh's there. Set. Maggio puts it over. Baker sets. A little cut. Jenny's up. Hyatt hits it. Off these girls. Again. 8-5. Jen Gerard and Rachel Munn. Can't sub in now. Game started. Four hits. They tried. Well, they lost a little momentum here. 12-5. Plattsburgh. This is the biggest lead I've seen in the game, I think.
Yes, it is, Andy.
And who do we have here, Foxy? Who's serving?
Number 1.
Number 1, Misty Poirier. Now, that's a re-hit. If she makes contact with it, the ball has to be considered in play and it would be side out. But as long as she doesn't touch it, lets it drop, Baker sets, big hit and out, side out. The server can choose not to take the toss and let it drop, but if it touches any part of her body, it's side out. Libby Hyatt, number 13.
Now, what do you do, Andy, when you're not calling volleyball for North Country Cable Network?
Well, I escaped the years of being a lineman, and I'm pleasantly teaching science at Peru.
So you're in your second career.
Yep.
And working on your third with the television play-by-play. Way to go.
Hey, life is full of mysteries.
That's right.
When a door's in front of you, open it and step through.
Attaboy.
And into the net, side out. Plattsburgh has a chance here. Jenny's a very consistent server. I never regretted it 1 minute. I really enjoy, as you know, teaching. It's probably one of the best things you can put back into the community.
So you're teaching science at Peru High School.
Yep, 8th grade science and 9th grade earth science, general science, and it's exciting. The kids are incredible, lots of fun. Get to play with them.
Challenge.
Yep. The ball's out. Service by Tiffany Rock. Majo has a very good serve. She could put this match away, which would be nice. My voice would come back, maybe. Deep dropping serve. Kristen Ross with the set. And Allison with the block. That's the way. That's what they're looking for. 2 points away from match. Plattsburgh having the second and third game already under their belts. NAC taking the first. That was legal, even though it didn't touch her hands. And Allison, rare miss hit there. The ball coming off her upper shoulder. It was still a legal hit. You can actually hit your foot accidentally and still be considered a hit. Jody Schutz decides that wasn't the toss she wants. Goes for it again. Nice service. Jody. Bumped by Sager. Dowdle pops it over. That's a free hit, basically. Number 8, Jen Gerard will come up. Here's the set. Tolner too far back for that shot, but she tries to crank one off.
Let's go, ladies. Come on.
NAC slowly eating into the lead, 13-6. Jenny has it, up by Sager, over. Jen Gerard pops it over, set by Sager. Tolner just dumps it over, and they're nice, just makes it over. Lucky hit. Dowdle, 2. Is it going over? Wow. Big volley here. Second hit, over. Hyatt has it. Jenny sets. Zoe hits it, and it was in. Beautiful hit by Sager. She's a setter. So it's always a surprise when a setter gets a good kill like that. Okay, Larry is looking to sub in. Shannon Curry for Jody Schutz. Jody had a good game while she was in there. Shannon is their big gun on hitting, and she has done a wonderful job tonight. No matter which team goes away with the ultimate victory, both coaches can be pretty happy. There was a lot of good that came out of this game. They have to be very proud of the work they've done with these young ladies. Casey Marsteller in for Allison Dowell again. Casey for the serve and back row business. Kristen Ross with the tip set. And Hyatt dumps it in. The ball goes down, off the block. This is where you see fatigue start to set in. They don't have that lightning quick response on the little misdirections. Stellar with the service. Ross with the set. Nice floating hit. Sager in the net. Wasn't watching where her feet were at. Mental errors can hurt you a lot. Okay. Martin in for Gerard for NAC. Service by Ross. Set by Sager. Tolner pumps it in. Good hit. Handled. Sager in the net again. Starting to get a little tired, maybe. He's moving forward instead of straight up at that point. He has to be a little careful. 7-14. ball's out. Jen Gerard, Zoe has a shot here to redeem herself with the service ace. Be kind of nice to see, end the match. A little topspin serve, nice one. Floater. Oh. Misdirection in the back line between Marsteller and Caberlet.
Let's go, Hornets!
Martin service for NAC. Short. Sager with the set. Jenny with the hit. NAC gets it over. Marsteller with the bump. Sager with the set. Hyatt with the hit. Back again. Bushy. Touched. Hyatt with the hit. Just out. Just out. Saw that as just out. Good call. Could have gone either way.
Keeps the Lady Bobcats alive.
That's right. Skip Bassett saw that as out with Patty Bedard on the floor. And that ball was out. Patty calling that one. She's in charge of this sideline. Again, usually when you go to college or bigger schools, they have people on the lines people, just like in tennis, calling balls in and out because it's very difficult from those locations. Oh, that ball was out. Hyatt gets it out and over, and it was right in. And that's the match. That's the match. Plattsburgh wins it, 15-8.
Finally!
Okay, the fans are happy. They can go home. NAC wins the first game, 12-15. Plattsburgh wins the second game, 17-15. Plattsburgh wins the third game, 15-11, and wins the last game of the match, 15-8.
All right, thanks to Andy Sager for helping us out tonight. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying Plattsburgh High School volleyball team takes this one. We'll be back at it with some more volleyball. Watch for our hockey presentations and, of course, boys and girls high school basketball, part of our winter coverage. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying good night, North Country.